welcome to Invo Underwriting's webinar today with USLI. We have Katie Borelli here, and she's going to go over everything you'll need to know appetite-wise and how to quote. We're first going to talk about how to get a phone quote with USLI, and then Katie will move into talking about how to get a digital quote online on the Invo Underwriting portal with USLI. I'm going to let Katie take the reins and take over. Katie, you're good to go.
Thanks so much, Avery, and thanks everyone again for being here. We're so excited to be partnered with Invo Underwriting. We're going to go over, like Avery mentioned, a few things today to make it quick and easy to work with USLI, on behalf of Invo. So any questions you have, please feel free to chat them in. Avery's going to go through them as we go and mostly at the end. But I want to make sure that this is a good use of your time and we get going and get you excited about working with us. All right, I'm going to turn my camera off and we're going to jump right into this. So today, what we're going to talk about, we're going to talk about instant quote. What is it? What is phone quoting? How does it work? What are some of the benefits for you? We're going to go through the phone quoting experience so you can actually see and hear what that sounds like and hopefully get really excited about using it yourself. We're going to go through what to expect after the call. So you call, get a quote, what happens next? Then, as Avery mentioned, we're going to go on the web, take a look around, show you how to do that, and again, answer any questions that you have. All right, so we're starting with the phone. What is instant phone quote?
I'm going to pause you real quick. Somebody said there's no sound. I can hear you, but I'm going to wait and see. Can anybody else let me know if they can hear Katie or me? I have thumbs up that we can hear.
Okay.
So I'm assuming that means we can hear. So we're going to continue. Not really sure what's going on with the chat, but everybody, if you can't hear this for whatever reason, this will be posted on Invo Underwriting's training on YouTube. So if you can't hear it right now, like I said, it will be posted later if you're unable to hear it right now. Katie, you can continue. Sorry to interrupt.
No worries. No worries at all. All right, so instant phone quote, we think it's the fastest and easiest way to get a quote available. When you dial that 855-781-5715 number, you're going to be connected to one of USLI's 90-plus underwriters that can help quote business to you directly on behalf of Invo Underwriting. What's going to happen, we're going to ask you 8 to 10 key rating and eligibility questions. If everything sounds good, we're going to verbally present you that premium. Then we are going to send you a copy of the quote with a pre-filled application. So everything you answered with that underwriter over the phone, pre-filled into an application, sent to you along with the quote. If USLI can't quote something for you over the phone, we're going to refer you back over to Invo Underwriting. So we're never going to say, sorry, can't help you, have a nice day. We're going to give you a solution, whether it be giving you an application to fill out or physically transferring you back over to them to talk about the other markets they may have available. Because USLI, we are a great market. We're great partners with Invo Underwriting, but we're not their only market. So if we can't help you, we're going to make sure we get you over to them to discuss your other options. Some of the benefits to you: saves time. No applications are needed at all to get a quote up front. You're going to get that pre-filled app on the back end, like I mentioned. Flexibility, you can quote from anywhere. So if you take that phone number, which you'll see a few more times, plug it into your cell phone, make it a speed dial on your office phone, you can take it with you. You have an insured at your desk, great. You can call in and get all the questions answered. If you are out on the road and prospecting, you're walking into a small business and you can give them a quote right on the spot. It's pretty impactful. So that's the value of it being flexible. Expertise-wise, you're talking to our underwriters. So the ability to actually speak with the underwriters that are product experts, they're not just data entry people. They can answer your questions. They can make sure your product's in the best risk available for your, for what you're looking to get a quote for. Really making sure that that's a beneficial call, whether it be get you a really fast quote or help you feel confident about the, quote you're going to present to your insured. Accessibility-wise, we're open extended hours, so from 7 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday to Friday. And for those of you that are crazy enough to work on Saturdays, we're right there with you, 9 a.m. to 1 Eastern Standard Time. So even if Invo Underwriting is closed, we are still there and available to give you that quote. All right, so now the fun part. I'm going to actually show you how this works. before I call in, I'm going to show you this postcard. So these are about 55 of the products that USLI can quote for you directly over the phone or online. That number in yellow is the one I mentioned. So take a minute, plug that into your cell phones, write it down. We'll make sure you get a copy of this as well as a follow-up so you have it. But that's the phone number that you're going to call, and I'm going to show you how this works. Take a look at the products that are on the screen. Those are the ones that we have available for you. And I'm going to go ahead and call in to that number in yellow, and we're going to do a quick test quote to show you how this works. So bear with me 1 second, and I will be right back, and we're going to get an underwriter on the line to do a test. So.
Hello, this is Bob. How may I assist you?
Bob, it's Katie Tarabrelli on the sales and marketing team. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you, Katie. How are you?
I'm living the dream, my friend. I'm doing a webinar today for our friends at Invo Underwriting. I wanted to do a quick test quote for an artisan, if we could, a little contractor.
Sure. Happy to help with that. And what agency is it that you're calling through?
You know what, Bob? Let's go ahead and we're going to leave that one blank for now. But for everybody on the call, this is where you would enter your agency information. Bob would be able to input it in the system, and next time you call in, you'll be in there already. But that's how he'd send you the quote on the back end. But you can just leave that one blank for right now, Bob.
Sure. Absolutely. And did you have a particular type of contractor that you wanted to do?
Yeah, let's do like an interior, like a carpenter. Let's do a carpenter.
Carpenter. Sure. Interior carpenter. Absolutely. And what state would you like to use?
We'll do Tennessee.
Let's see. And any losses or claims in the last 3 years?
No, no one ever has any of those, right?
Perfect. That's what we like to hear. What are their annual revenues for the year?
I'd say it's about $100,000.
Sure. And is that just the one owner? Do they have any employees or subcontracting exposure?
It's just one employee.
Okay. Perfect. And if they ever do have any employees, we would just need the dollar amount of employee payroll. That's really all we'll need for those.
Okay.
And how many years have they been in business at this current location? Or are they a new venture?
Let's say they have about 5 years experience, but can you do new ventures?
Yes, we're perfectly fine with new venture.
Okay, great.
Great. And can I have the location address of where they're based out of, please?
We'll be super creative and go with 123 Main Street. And zip code, let's do 37831.
Great. And general liability limits, we offer limits from 100,000 up to 1 million.
Let's do $1 million, please.
Sure. And has the applicant been in business for more than 12 months without having any prior coverage?
No.
And will they need to include a blanket additional insured?
Sure, let's add that on.
Sure, absolutely. And did they need to include any coverage for tools or equipment, or just looking for
No.
GL?
Yeah, just GL for right now.
Okay. And do they do any work involving ground-up construction of residential homes or any type of track housing?
No.
Okay. Great. Well, thank you. That's everything needed for quoting. So this one will be admitted with Mount Vernon Fire Insurance Company, AM Best rated A++. It's on an annual term, eligible for direct bill. And with that, the total premium, that is $518.
$518. All right, great. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
All right. Have a great day, Bob.
Thank you. Appreciate the call. Hope everyone has a great rest of their day.
You too. See ya.
Thanks.
Avery, can you hear me?
I can now.
Okay, sorry about that. When he hung up, I got hung up on. Sorry about that, everyone. All right, what did you all think of that? Throw it into the chat for me. Sorry about that, but what did you think of that experience?
We're getting a bunch of thumbs up.
Thumbs up.
Yep,
Awesome.
a
I
bunch
see.
of thumbs up. Here we go. And
Oh,
heart.
some hearts. I see easy, simple. I've got one on my desk. We'll take that. Awesome. Well, that's the experience. So I'm glad you got to see that. That is the experience every single time. Some of these products have more questions, some have less. It really just depends. But that is the process every single time. So you might call in and get Bob the next time, but you might call in and get one of the other awesome people that are there to help you. But I'm glad you got to see that and you thought it was pretty good. Here's a picture of the team. I just like to show you that they are real people. It's a question that I get a lot. Bob has probably my favorite picture on this whole chart. He is the fourth one from the top, fourth one from the left on the top. So that's Bob. We got Bob this time. Again, you might get any of these awesome other people the next one, but they're here to help. This is all they do all day long. So they help quote new business over the phone. So you're not bothering them. You're not taking their time. Please use them as a resource because that's what they're there for. So what to expect after the call, quote, copy of the quote, pre-filled application are going to be sent to you directly right after that call. Invo Underwriting also gets a copy of the quote. So if you have questions, you want them to remarket it, they're in the loop the whole time. So, if you have questions, you can go to them and they can pull it up for you. Buying requests should all be sent to Invo. So outside of one product, which is special events, which you have the ability to bind online yourself, I'm going to show you that. But everything else should go to Invo, just as your normal workflow is today. That's how it should go. We're really offering you here that upfront quoting, making that super easy, and efficient for you across the board. In summary here for the phone quote team, all you need to do is call. The best part is you don't need to be familiar with our appetite. I showed you that list of products, as long as something you think fits into one of those, call and we will tell you very quickly. If it's something we can't do, as I mentioned, we're going to get you back over to Invo so they can tell you about the other options. But if we can do it, you're going to go through that process that we just did. No quarter forms needed at all. Underwriters available extended hours. So really trying to make that, again, for you as easy as possible. We also have the online option as well. So I'm going to take you over there in a second. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Okay, so I'm going to start here at invounderwriting.com. So for those of you, that you can all see my screen. What you're going to do is go there. If you go ahead and click Agent Portal, it signed me in because I cheated and I entered my username and password. If you don't have one of those, please reach out to Avery and she can get you all set up. But if you do have one, all you have to do is log in here. You should be dropped right into, this landing page of all of the different options that Invo is giving you, all the different raters, all the different companies are in here. It's sorted by line of business. You can sort it a lot of different ways. I have it by line of business right now. And if I go ahead and scroll down, I can find USLI. It's under GL, Bill Lesser's risk, liquor liability. We do a lot of these things that you saw on the postcard. I'm going to go ahead and click the star. So then what's neat is going to be it pops up on my favorites. So moving forward, when I log in, it's going to be there. So you can do that for any of the companies. You can go ahead and favorite them and they'll pop up right at the top for you. But I'm going to go ahead and click quote now. When you do that, you're going to pop onto the USLI landing page. You're going to go ahead and click start a quote, and it's going to take you, it is going to ask you to do a verification here, an MFA verification. So you're going to go ahead and do that. It's going to email you right to your phone, right to your email address. I, again, cheated. I think this will let me still stay in, but I did that already. So just for sake of time. So it should land you right here on the landing page with all of the different products that you saw on that postcard. So the products are here for you. We have some great filter options. So commercial versus personal. You're looking for personal lines. You can go ahead and click personal and it's going to show you all of our personal lines products. If you're looking for, let's say, nonprofit risks special events, different industry types. We've given you some additional filter options over there, trying to make it easy. If you're not sure where it kind of fits in, if you go ahead and if I typed, let's just say wedding, you could do that. And it's going to pop up all of the relevant products for you that we think, our system thinks that you might be looking for. So I actually found special events and weddings. I do want to show you this as great products for us as well, quick and easy ones. Before I do that, the phone number should look familiar. Need help? That's the phone number that we just called into. If I click over here on this call button, it's the same phone number. So you get stuck, you decide you don't want to quote online, totally fine. You can call into the number and we can help you there. But for test purposes, I'm going to go ahead and we're just going to do a quick wedding. I click start a quote. I'm just going to fill out some of these. I'm going to say test Katie. And let's say I'm going to be an individual and I'm the host of the wedding. And we'll do Tennessee again. For this wedding, GL and liquor. It's going to be a fun wedding. I only go to fun weddings, and I'm going to do test wedding just for myself. We'll say today's the date. For special events, we can absolutely do day of events. We just ask that the event has not started yet. So when you get those quick rush events, this is a great thing for you to be able to do. I'm going to go ahead again and use 123 Main Street, the zip code in Oak Ridge, Tennessee. We'll say there's about 100 people attending. It's going to be a fun wedding, so 100 people consuming alcohol. We're going to ask some additional eligibility questions here. I'll say there's no camping. If I said yes to fireworks, it's just going to ask me a few more questions. So just because you answer yes to something doesn't mean that it's not eligible. It just might mean we have some more questions. We absolutely can entertain events with fireworks. We just have some, additional parameters around that. But for this one, I'll just say no. I'll say it will end by 3 a.m. And for this one, I'll say no BYOB, but we're certainly able to do events with BYOB. You'll also see this chat button now has popped up because I'm in this quoting script. If I click chat, that's going to link to the same group of people that answers the phones. So a lot of times you might think like a chat is like a chat robot or an AI robot. It is not for us. It is the group of people that answer the phone. So they're available to help and answer those questions as we go. It's thinking over there for me. So I'm just going to let that think and continue to show you here. For our special events, blanket additional insureds are included at no additional cost. These are all optional coverages. Things like breakfast and brunch coverage, cancellation, postponement, event gift coverage, photography. So you could add any of these. It's just we're trying to be a really great writer of these special events in general, and our wedding product is just one that really gives us the ability to showcase all these extra events or event coverages that you might need. All right, so here we go. So I went through and answered the questions for our special events. It really is super, super simple. This one is telling us that it's admitted. Your premium down here on the bottom left-hand side, it's $240. It actually says there's no items that we need to review. So for this product, we answered all of the questions that are needed prior to binding. If you go ahead and click open quote letter, it's going to pop open our quote letter. And then you'll see this is your quote. You'll see any optional coverages are listed up here. For special events, there's no direct bill option, but if there were direct bill options, it would be here. All the limits with the corresponding premiums are there listed for you. We can go up all the way from $1 million, $2 million to $5 million, $5 million for particular states and risks. You'll see breakdown on the quote. And then if I scroll down, you will see the pre-filled application. So everything we answered is automatic carried over, filled out. So really this one is good to go. And all you need to do to bind this one is to send it over. So if I go back to bind coverage, send your request to agentservice@invounderwriting.com along with any prior to bind information. So you'd be all good to go. You can share this to yourself. If you want to send it to your insured, you can do that too. If I want to add additional email addresses, you can do it. It's that simple. Quote docs. Here's your copy. So your copy from Invo to you is listed there. and a copy for your applicant. So from you to your insured is there. So you don't have to white anything out. It's ready to go. Again, that call option is there too. I'm not sure my computer is thinking too long and it's just circling, but when you click this, it's going to link and it's going to tell you to enter your name, and then it's going to tell you, how many people are in front of you, which typically is like one. I've only ever seen it to be 2 people in front of me, but that's about it. So it really is a nice feature. If I can't convince you to call, I will ask you to try the chat, because that group is very helpful and they can answer your product questions or questions about questions. If you get a submit, you go through and something submits here and you need some sort of resolution before you can move forward. It will tell you we need underwriter review for X reason. And the underwriter can pull that up in real time and resolve it with you. So you don't have to wait for it to go through the channels of us reviewing it back to Invo to you. The underwriter can help you do that in real time. So that's a great thing as well. I'll show you the dashboard over here. If you click dashboard, that's going to show you all of the quotes that you've done. So all the USLI phone and web quotes will pop in here. If you're using your same email address that you're logged in through Invo, it's going to show up in here for you. So what's really cool is you can go back through. So anything, I can go edit the quote. I can view the quote letter. So if I wanted to go back into this particular quote, I can, and then I can make any changes that I need to. Say I want to change the limits. I can recalculate the premium right on the screen, and then we're good to go. So it's that simple to do, to go back in. But the dashboard's a great place to go if you need it. All right. So that's the web. It's really that simple to use again. I like to show you here, this is just what other agents are saying about using the platforms, the service. The whole goal is to make this easier for you guys. The whole point is to make the quoting process with USLI and Invo simple, easy, efficient, and then you can spend your time on the harder to place, more complex accounts. You don't have to spend the time on filling out Accord apps for your, I think, what was it, $518 contractor. You can get that one done quickly. You can present it and move on with your day. So that's really the whole point. And with that, that's what we have for you today. I'm keeping it simple, trying to make this easy, bring you lots of value, but the whole goal again is to make this easy for you. So I will say, I'm going to go ahead and flip my camera back on and stop sharing my screen. But anything we can do to make this process easier, any questions that you have at all, please let us know. We're here to help. If you want a more individual walkthrough for you or anybody else in your office, we're happy to do that as well. Just let us know. But I do challenge everyone on here today. I know we have a large number of attendees. Try it out. Try the phone quote option, try the web quote option. You took the time to learn with us today, put it into practice and let us know how we do. But with that, I will say thank you so much. Avery, if we have any questions at all, please throw those out and I will answer them.
Absolutely. Yeah, everyone, if you have any questions, please ask them in the questions box. It's in the top right-hand corner. It has a question mark on it. Our first one was, what's one type of account that agents frequently assume USLI won't write but actually fits well with your appetite?
Ooh, that's a really good one. You're going to test me right away. I would say, and if I go back to sharing my screen, I would say the contractors, vacant buildings we're very good at. All your nonprofit and professional type risks, those don't come to mind right away when you think of, small and specialty type businesses, which USLI is really great at. But we compete against any of your primary, standard lines markets for that. But I would say, especially your nonprofit and professional accounts, we're very, very strong at those.
And the next question says, do you write boarding houses?
USLI does not do boarding houses. It's a good question. But Invo, you guys might have other options.
Depending on the state, maybe.
Okay. I'm just going to go ahead and throw that postcard up. So those are the phone and web quotable products. It's about half of what USLI can do overall, just for everybody on here. I will say I'm working a little backwards, but we're A++ rated by AM Best. We're a Berkshire Hathaway company, and we're really focused on, again, those small and specialty accounts. So this is about half of what we can do as a company. The rest, Invo will work with us, on directly.
Do you have a market for residential facility care?
Potentially, sometimes just pieces of those types of accounts, like the D&O for that perhaps. So that one you could call in, and we can talk through it. But for the whole property piece, it depends.
Okay. Mike Long just wanted to say, hey. That's all he
Hi,
said is hey.
hi, Mike.
Um, yes, commission with Invo is 15%. Is that correct? Other carriers offer 10. Yes, we are offering 15% commission with USLI.
Big selling point, friends. I see some thumbs up on that
Yep,
one, Avery.
that was, yep, people like that a whole lot. Um, we'll wait just a few more minutes to see if anybody else has any questions. But like Katie said, if you all need anything or want a personal walkthrough quote, you can always reach out to her. If you have any other questions, you're more than welcome to reach out to me as well. Um, I'm really thankful that everybody came in today. We had a big turnout. We're really excited to be working with USLI. It looks like we actually have one more question, two more questions.
Yeah.
You have a market for a chiropractor's office.
For the office, we do. We can absolutely do some of the medical providers' offices.
Yuri, the commission from us usually takes about 60 to 90 days to receive. They asked if, do you have financing?
So direct bill is available for us on our admitted business. We're partnered on that together. So depending on the premium, there'll be different options available for you. So on that admitted business, non-admitted business, Avery, that would go through you guys. I'm not sure if
Yeah.
you have another
We
option for them.
have our own financing company, but it just depends on what
Gotcha.
states will do.
Gotcha. So yeah, I would say for admitted business, there is financing options,
We will
payment
see.
options, I should say.
Let's just give a couple more seconds since we only have about 2 minutes left. Get your questions in, y'all.
And this is good. Hopefully, if this was valuable, again, let us know that in the chat too. And hopefully, we're going to bring you some more educational product webinars in the future. We'll demonstrate how to get a quote for those particular products. But we wanted to just bring this quick and easy one today to get you introduced, and we'll kind of go from there.
I got a question for me. It says, how do you handle the commission? We do commission. We send out a check. It'll come in whatever your mailing address is that you all did when you got appointed with us. We are working on an ACH transfer. It's not set up and ready yet, so we are still doing the mailing out checks, but we are working on that at Invo Underwriting. And then someone asked, what is the process for a transfer from another agency? I guess a BOR. What is your USLI's BOR?
So it's a little bit different. Really, most of that comes through you guys, Avery.
Yeah,
So, we don't move stuff except at renewal. So I would,
that's
if you're
probably
trying,
what
if
we
you're,
would do then. Yeah. And would
yep.
you write new business? They could just not transfer any old business to.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
So if you've used phone and or web quoting through another, wholesaler before, that's totally fine. You can use whoever you want, whatever day. It's whatever phone number you call. So for Invo, you see that up on your screen. And if you use their web links, all that business is going to go through them and your other business will just stay where it is. But moving forward, if you want to work with Invo and USLI through phone and web quoting, you can use that phone number you see and the invounderwriting.com website.
We can start book rolls or VOR starting May 2nd or May of 2027. Just anybody watching this. And then one more question before we let everybody go. Let me just pull that. And someone did ask if is the renewal automatic.
For direct bill, it could be. If the insured pays the bill, we're going to just renew the policy. If not, we'll work on it the traditional way.
Okay, and the last question before we let Katie go. So if you could coach every retail agent on one habit that would make them more successful with USLI, what would it be?
Ooh, I love these questions. I would say don't change your habits. Look at the types of businesses that you really want to go after, and see what you can do to find more business. And then again, selfishly, making it easy to quote that business is huge too. So if you could go out not fill out applications, long pages for, again, what was a $518 premium. I think that makes you more efficient, and then also opens up your time so you can write more business. So I think, just challenging your habits a little bit, trying something new, and figuring out what type of business you want to go after, and then having a platform to be able to get it and quote it efficiently.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Katie. I know our
Yeah.
agents are super excited to be working with you all. Like I said, if anyone watching this needs anything, you can reach out to Katie or you can reach out to me, and we're more than happy to help you. But I hope everybody has a good rest of their day, and we hope you get quoting with USLI.
Happy selling, everyone. Thanks so much for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Thank you.
See ya. Bye, everyone.